Bound by Blood, Torn by Love, Episode 6, The Curse Unveiled. The night was restless in Mur village. The air was thick with silence, and even the wind seemed afraid to whisper. The forest had not been the same since Obinna returned. The trees bowed differently, the animals moved with caution, and the moon itself hid behind a veil of clouds, as though watching something it wished not to see. Nnenna sat by the fireside, the glow of the flames casting trembling shadows across her face. Her hands were cold, her heart colder still. Since Obinna's return, his eyes had changed, no longer filled with the warmth of love, but with a darkness that seemed to echo with ancestral cries. He would speak in riddles, wake at night drenched in sweat, his body trembling as if something unseen tormented him. That evening, as she stirred a pot of herbs, a voice whispered behind her. "You shouldn't have brought him back." Nnenna turned sharply. It was Nnenna, her cousin, her face half-lit by the fire. "Nnenna," Nnenna gasped. "You don't understand. He is cursed, but he's still the man I love." Nnenna's eyes darkened. "Love? You think love can silence the ancestors? The blood you share with him was never meant to meet. Our families were bound by an oath, a promise sealed by death. When that promise was broken, your love became the knife that opened the curse again." Nnenna dropped the spoon from her hand. "What do you mean, Nnenna? Tell me what you know." Nnenna hesitated, but the truth burned within her. "Long ago, your great-grandfather betrayed Obinna's lineage. He took what was sacred and broke a blood pact made before the gods. To stop vengeance, the elders swore that your lines would never unite. If they did, both families would bleed until balance was restored." Nnenna's voice trembled. "And now that balance has returned for us." Before Nnenna could answer, the ground beneath them quaked. The flames in the hearth turned blue, the air heavy with ancestral energy. From the shadows of the hut, a deep voice echoed. "Blood calls to blood, and the debt must be paid." Both women screamed. Obinna stood in the doorway, eyes glowing faintly red, his chest heaving. The pendant around his neck pulsed with strange light. "They speak to me, Nnenna. The ancestors. They say the curse is not mine alone, it belongs to us both." Nnenna ran to him, tears streaming down her cheeks. "We can fight this, Obinna. We can end it." He shook his head. "To end it, one of us must die." The fire roared higher, lighting up the clay walls. Outside, thunder cracked over the village. Drums began to beat in the distance, the sound of elders gathering, of fate drawing near. Chief Uver stood at the village square, surrounded by the council and the oracle. "The curse has awakened," said the oracle, her blind eyes glowing white. "If the lovers remain bound, Mur will fall into darkness. Blood must atone for blood." Nnenna and Obinna appeared at the edge of the gathering, drenched by the rain. The villagers stepped back in fear. Obinna's shadow stretched unnaturally long behind him, moving even when he stood still. Chief Uver pointed at him. "You have brought ruin upon this land. You were warned by the gods." Nnenna's voice cut through the storm. "If you blame him, then blame me too. We both carry this sin. But we will not be slaves to the past any longer." The sky lit up with lightning, and suddenly, the pendant burst into light. A vision appeared before everyone, the ghosts of their ancestors, locked in eternal conflict, showing the blood pact broken long ago. Gasps rippled through the crowd as the vision ended, leaving silence and rain. The oracle spoke softly, "Only truth can cleanse what blood has stained. Only sacrifice can unbind what the ancestors have sealed." Obinna turned to Nnenna, his eyes filled with sorrow. "If my death can save you, then let it be so." But Nnenna held him tightly, crying. "No. If you die, I die with you. Let the gods see that love, not vengeance, is our offering." The thunder rolled one last time, echoing through the forest as the villagers fell to their knees. The ancestors watched in silence, and for the first time, their whispers faded into the wind. The night ended not with screams, but with tears, and in that silence, something ancient began to shift. The curse was not broken yet, but its power had begun to waver. In the heart of Nru, love had defied blood, and truth had shaken the old world. But the ancestors never forget, and their silence is often the calm before another storm. Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe, like, and follow. Check out African Stories to see how the fate of Nnenna and Obinna unfolds. New episodes every week, where love, culture, and destiny meet.